Hello, users, and welcome to another episodic installation of Above It All. So, while everyone on Twitter, on Facebook, and in their family group chats are talking about, oh, Kamala Harris, Biden, racism, Trump 2020, MAGA, MAGA, this is what's actually happening in the real world. I've mentioned this several times. Food banks are running out of food, and they're getting mile-long car pile-ups. As you can see, look at this. Look at this. Miles long of lines of people that are starving because their payments have stopped, because maybe they're getting evicted soon and they need to try to pay off one more payment plan, because our country is failing. The empire formerly known as the United States of America is soon to be over, okay? If a country cannot provide for its own citizens, it will not last. There is a stat going around. About 30 million children over the last few months are undernourished or malnourished or starving. 30 million children. Now, I haven't completely looked into that one yet, but I know that there's another stat. Soon to be 40 million new homeless people in the coming months. Whenever the rent or the eviction moratorium, whenever that gets kicked down, the can gets kicked down the line, it's not a rent moratorium. People are just going to have no job for those months and no housing security, and then they're going to have to pay $1,000 when they've only got $15 in their wallet, because this country is failing. 59% of renters in West Virginia could not make their payments in August. 59%. The overall country metric is around 45-ish% of people that were renters that could not make their payments in August. As soon as eviction moratoriums, as soon as they expired in certain states, the day of, landlords sent their paperwork and said, "You're getting evicted," because they don't care about humanity, because they aren't human. Look at these food bank lines. You have right-wing conservatives go, "Socialism, Venezuela, bread lines, Cuba, oh my God!" Yet, look at their own backyard. Shit's way worse than I have ever seen in any of these countries. Remember when coronavirus first started making its national news? Did you have fun going to the grocery store trying to get toilet paper or bread? Chances are you got neither, because the distribution of food in this country is garbage. Supply and demand, not enough supply, too much demand, then bread lines form. But what if you've got a lot of supply and a lot of demand, but people can't pay for it because they have no job? Have you ever worked at a fast food place? I know people that have. I know people that have been managers at McDonald's. They told me that when they threw away all the excess food at the end of the day, right, they would have to guard the dumpster for 10, 20 minutes to make sure homeless people didn't get the free food. They would rather have bugs and rats eat food for free rather than fellow human beings, because we live in a corporatocracy. We live in a failing government. And if you are a Trump voter, bro, what are you doing? Get your head out of your ass. Your shit is embarrassing. You need to get a life. Go outside. Because this shit will not and cannot last. So we have a little interview here.
Since the coronavirus, it's been kind of a little rough, but I heard about this before, and this is the first time I come. Since the coronavirus.
This, again, I have experienced food banks, right? I have experienced food banks during this pandemic. I have experienced bread lines during this pandemic. Why? Because I'm a real person. I'm not some trust fund baby rich YouTuber that's going to tell you how to vote and what to believe, because I don't give a fuck. All I care about is helping my fellow human. I don't care what your skin color is. I don't care what your gender is. I don't care what your hair dye color is. I don't care what your height is. I don't care what your sexuality is. Why? because I'm not a freak. I understand we are all human. Anybody that tries to divide us up is only doing so for their own gain. And Trump voters, you need to understand that. Liberals, you need to understand that. You need to say, you know what? Fuck the elites. Fuck the aristocrats. We need to help each other. There's a reason why Congress has like a hovering between 15 to 20% approval rating. Because they failed. Every single elected official has failed. Now, it doesn't mean they haven't had good ideas. Bernie promoted having a $2,000 monthly payment for all Americans during this crisis. But guess what? He failed. Everyone failed because they don't care. At the end of the day, the collective of the Congress, they don't give a fuck. We need to help each other and we need to work together because there is no big daddy saving us. Biden won't save us. Kamala Harris won't save us. Trump won't, like what? Like he had the opportunity to save us this whole time and did nothing. Trump had an easy re-election strategy. Give people money until the pandemic was over, get re-elected, and then just institute higher taxes to get the money back. But he doesn't care. He didn't want to be re-elected the easy way. He wants to fight in the trenches and try to win your racist ass vote. Why? Why vote for that guy? He's failed. Everyone has failed. Work together. Thank you.